Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Town this week. We're coming to you from a very special location and a very special event, the Friars Club in Beverly Hills. And with me, as our co-host for the evening, is Irwin Schaeffer. This is a special night for the Friars, isn't it?
Well, you know, it's a big evening for the Friars. As president of the Friars Club, it's interesting. You know, we have many celebrity guests, but sporting guests are very unusual for us. And to honor Tommy Lasorda tonight is really a very special treat for us. And we're doing it primarily because Tommy was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he's a loyal, wonderful Friar, and this is our celebration to him.
You know, you have a lot of great Friars and names. People always think it's the entertainment or the comedians, but we do have a lot of sports celebrities here as Friars also. And Tommy is probably the best spokesman of all of them, whether they're on the screen or not.
Yes, he is, and you'd be amazed how many celebrities are coming here tonight to honor Tommy. We have Milton Berle will be here this evening.
Right.
We have Jerry Vale. We have Lorna Luft. We have Stu Nahan, and more to be coming. I can't remember all the people. It's going to be
Larry Miller's here
already, and it's going to be quite an evening. And it's our gift and our celebration for Tommy, who we love and adore, and he's a true active Friar.
You're here tonight. You'll see it. It's a Hall of Fame celebration honoring Tommy Lasorda for the Friars. As this evening starts to progress on, and before we bring on the stars, I thought I'd take a moment and visit with John Francis, who's the producer head of entertainment for the Friars Club. You got quite a show tonight.
Well, I think we have a lovely evening here. We don't have any of the ball players because they're all gone.
Right.
But we have some heavyweight people here tonight, Mike.
Well, let's start off. Who do you have headlining on the show to sing?
Jerry Vale.
Right.
And Lorna Luft. For the people who don't know the name Lorna Luft, she's a major singing star, and as was her mother, Judy Garland, and her sister, Liza Minnelli.
That's quite a family of singers, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
I saw you got Larry Miller coming in, too.
Oh, Larry Miller does a lot of home box office specials and a lot of motion pictures. He's a wonderful actor.
You know, he's got a new picture coming out with Alan from Home Improvement Show.
Yeah,
and it's
Tim
coming
Allen.
out Tim Allen, right. Yeah. And you've got, I saw that sneaking in the door was Uncle Milty walking in.
Well,
and we'll see if we can get a camera on him a little bit later on.
Oh, sure. I would just swing that camera right around and onto him. He's talking with Irwin Schaeffer, the president of the club, and his producer, Buddy Arnold, sitting there.
Well, we're going to swing that camera around in a couple of seconds and get him. And then we'll show you some interviews, because we have the stars getting ready to come on right here. And Johnny, it's another great evening you put together. And thank you for inviting us.
Mike, it's always a pleasure to have you at the Friars. You are a Friar.
I am a Friar.
Yes, you are.
Thank you, John.
Okay. Swing it around.
Well, I'm here with our master of ceremonies for the evening, Stu Nahan, and this is not the first time you've been the dais for Tommy, is it?
First of all, they couldn't get anybody. That's why I'm the master of ceremonies here tonight. No, I've done this quite a few times with Tommy. In fact, quite a few times here at the Friars Club with Tommy, and I've known him, I guess, 40-some years. How could a guy who was 0-4 in the major leagues be honored so many times? I got in the Hall of Fame, what?
Well, you know, he probably, coming from Los Angeles, when he went back to the Hall of Fame, he had a lot of celebrities go with him. I think it's just who he's hanging around with myself.
I was there. Yeah, I remember when he got up there and spoke before the group at Cooperstown last, I guess it was August 2nd, and he said, and I want to introduce right now one of the great actors of all time. I mean, I thought Gregory Peck was there.
Right.
Maybe, you know, I didn't know who was there. And he says, there, one of the great actors, Tony Danza.
You know, we had Tony on the show.
Yeah.
That week that he went in the Hall of Fame, came back to Dodger Stadium, they had retired his jersey.
Yeah.
Then on Saturday night, they did the Hollywood All-Star Game. And
Right.
Tony played in it, and our show came down right on the field, did the interviews, Billy Crystal and Harvey Korman. I mean, a lot of great characters there that day. You know, I know you've done that many times and you've been there. Looking back at the Hollywood All-Star Night,
Yeah.
that's probably one of the most memorable nights in Dodger Stadium every year.
We've had that. That's been an annual event since the Dodgers came out here, by the way. This is going to be their 40th anniversary this coming year that they've been in Los Angeles. And it used to be that the sportscasters and sports writers would get together, get a team. We'd play each other and then make an all-star team out of that, if you want to call them all-stars, and play the Hollywood Stars.
Right.
And one year, I guess it was, we played the celebrities, and they decided to have us play like the Washington Generals who used to play against the Globetrotters. We gave them 28 outs. We never came in off the field. I remember Kareem played Billy Barty and Jerry Lewis and the whole group. That's been going on, but that's a great event. A lot of people, it's packed. 50,000 people come to that.
You know, that was a sold-out night, and also earlier when they retired, his jersey was a sold-out night. That was quite a week for Tommy altogether. Stu, I want to ask you a question. Going back to Cooperstown, I mean, you see so many greats that weekend. I mean, names, Ted Williams and all the great names out of the past. It's almost like a movie.
Somebody asked me one time what was my favorite sport, and since I was a hockey player before I got into this business, they thought I would say hockey, but I think baseball is probably my favorite. I would love to see a 1-0 ball game anytime. Just sit there with a hot dog and enjoy myself. And when you go back there to Cooperstown and you see the greats, like you mentioned, Pee Wee was there, and Ted Williams was there, and Brooks Robinson was there. I can go right down the list. Bob Lemon was there. Just so many guys that when I was a kid growing up. You got to remember now, Lasorda pitched in Montreal, which is my hometown. And he, one season, people say, well, he was 0-4, like we kid him. He won 18 ball games one year with the Montreal Royals, which was the top Dodger ball club. And he won 2 playoff games. Tommy's a hero in Montreal. Oh yeah.
That constitutes a hero.
Yeah.
Well, it's very different, and of course he's probably noted for his personality, number one. I mean, I think for Los Angeles, he was a great showman from LA, great motivated speaker. I see him a lot on the dais at different charities, and he gets up, he's very inspirational, and as he says, he bleeds Dodger blue. Must be a lot of fun to cover someone like that.
There was a time, and I can recall when Tommy was a coach for the Dodgers, and Alston had by that time had 20 years in and so forth, and this is about 74. And I remember when I was on a road trip with him, and one night we went walking in Cincinnati, and he kept saying, I wonder if I'll ever get a chance to manage this ball club. He had managed in other minor league clubs in the Coast League and elsewhere, Ogden, Utah. But he always wondered, will I ever get a chance to manage in the big leagues? And I remember the very first day that he managed the ball club was the last week of the season of 76. And then he took over beginning with the 77 season. He had Sinatra come out and sing the anthem. And the rest is history. I mean, 20-some years as the manager. And it was something.
Well, we're love to have you out right now. You're coming out, you're the master of ceremonies tonight, but also one of the great names in Los Angeles sports history, and announcing sports on several channels throughout the years over here. Right. But if you ever want to see that, you're on late night now. You're on 10 o'clock.
Channel 5 at 10 o'clock news.
10 o'clock news.
Yeah.
Listen, thank you for spending a little time.
Thanks, Mike, for
I
inviting
really appreciate it. All right, my
friend. Good
friend.
luck to you.
All righty. Well, we're lucky enough to have one of the funniest men in television and movies, Mr. Larry Miller. Got a couple of words for Tommy?
As officially the funniest man? Yeah, actually, I'm glad to be here. I mean, I'm not, in all honesty, I'm not a huge baseball fan. I'm just glad they asked me to be here because I know, I'm not an idiot, I know who he is, but I really, there are comics like Billy Crystal and Bob Wall who are huge baseball fans, but I'm not the, in World War II, I would have been killed by our guys coming up to the line, because they would have said, you know, after the password, they say, what's a Texas leaguer? You know, and I would say, gee, you know what, you might as well shoot, because that's it. I don't know.
You mentioned those names. You know, we had them both on the show for the Hollywood All-Star Night with Tommy. So Billy Crystal played, Tony Danza, Bill Myers.
Yeah, again, they're great guys, obviously, and great pros, and huge baseball fans. And I'm happy to say hi to Tommy, and I really, you give me a choice between good seats in a game and a nap, and I'm going to sleep.
Did you hear that? Next time you want seats, Tommy?
That's right. That's true. You never know. You could say, by the way, remember me?
Yeah, I know.
I've got a son now, so you never know.
Now, you got a new movie coming out right in December, don't you?
You know, Mike, oddly enough, I do. Curious that you bring that up.
Wait a minute, slip that in my back pocket right here.
You know, what an illusion we portray.
You know, I'm giving Gracie and Alan, I'm giving him the lines. I'm trying to get him to take them.
Say, Larry, you have a movie coming out. Yeah. Yes, I do. It's called, it's with Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley as the stars, and it's called For Richer or Poorer. And I think it's...
Which part are you playing?
You know what? That's fast. It's directed by Brian Spicer, and I think it's going to be a very funny movie. And admittedly, I think they're all very funny, but... But there
well,
you
got
are.
the Christmas season.
If I'm in it, I'll say it's funny.
Okay. Right now, let me ask you a question. You've
Sure.
done a lot of stand-up, and you've done a lot of the comic shows in the past. You know, Comedy Central, HBO, and at the Improv. We've got Bud Freeman in there somewhere.
yeah.
You know, what do you enjoy doing better? Do you like the live audience, or do you like the slow-ins of the takes on the movies?
I just love it all. I'm very grateful. When I started telling jokes originally in the clubs in New York when the world was young, I thought, gee, I think I'd like to be a comic or an actor or a writer. And I'm very very lucky. I've been able to be all three, and it's what I want to do the rest of my life. I'm as happy on this stage tonight performing. I'll be as happy as I am on the set of that last movie or on writing this next script. It all feels right to me. And
You've been doing a lot of commercial work too, though, haven't you?
briefly, no.
Yeah, really?
I can be more succinct than that, but I'm going to stick with no. No, I don't. Someone else just asked me that because there's someone who looks like me in a commercial, and but no,
I
I'm
didn't
still.
think he was very good anyway.
Listen, by the way, the world can be populated with funny people, and that's
Right,
fine with me.
right.
As long as I get a job here and there too.
Well, let's hope that movie comes out as a big success.
You mean
the
for
Christmas.
richer or poorer, Mike?
For whether we're richer or he's poor in this movie. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming out for Tommy, because I know the crowd's waiting to really hear you. You're going to get up tonight and do a little shtick, aren't you?
That's right.
You got it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Mike.
Well, I'm here with the star of tonight. You know, Tommy had a wish list, and one of his wishes is that his favorite male singer would be here tonight and going to perform, Mr. Jerry Vale.
No, you mean he wanted Sinatra to be here? No, but I'm happy to be here for Tommy. He's a good friend, and we have been friends for a lot of years. So it's always a pleasure to be able to come and help out.
Sure. You know, it's a Hall of Fame celebration, but it's really for two different charities.
Yes.
We have the Friars charity, and we also have the Celebrity Foundation for Children tonight. Tommy's making an appearance, and we're all here to honor him.
Yes.
But I think the cast and the sitting out of the audience is going to be just as fun as it is on stage, because some of the characters that are here tonight.
Well, you'll have some lovely people. Of course, you know, Lorna Luft is on the show also.
Sure.
And we have Larry Miller, who's a comic and
Right.
is a comic actor.
Very good.
Who does very well. And we're happy to be here just to be able to lend a little support to these wonderful causes.
Jerry, before you go on tonight, can I ask you what song or two you're going to sing for him?
Well, I'm going to do a couple of songs that you might remember. I did a record of a song called Aldila.
Auto, of course.
And I do a song from the Broadway show, What I Did for Love is the name of the song.
good,
It's
yeah.
from Chorus Line.
Right.
And then I do another song that Tommy likes. There's a little story connected with this. When Tommy's mom was very ill,
Right.
he was in Philadelphia, and I happened to be working there. He asked me if I would come to the house to sing Mama for his mother. And she was quite ill at the time, but I said I would do it, and I went and I sang it a cappella. And she was very happy and pleased, and Tommy never forgot it. He said, I will be forever indebted to you. I said, no, I was happy to be able to do it because she was such a lovely, sweet lady. And so I'll probably do a little bit of that too.
Do you think we can get some decent tickets this next season out of him if we remind him of that?
I'm trying to get, I buy a box every year, but I'm trying to get upgraded a little bit to get a better box seat.
How about if you tell that story in front of everyone and ask him for the upgrade tonight? You know, it's like a frequent flyer tag. You got a lot of mileage out of that. Pull it out of it.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll do it. But he probably will. You know, knowing Tommy, he probably will.
You know, I sat with him in the press box not too long ago, but he never sits down.
Yeah,
He's always moving.
Yeah, well,
he's always moving.
I think Tommy would love to be back in the dugout, but
Sure.
his health is, you know, more important than getting aggravated. And
You know, I'll tell you, we look at him as someone in baseball, but the truth, he's really a performer.
yeah, Tommy's a great performer. He's a great storyteller. He loves to be in front of the public. And what more can you ask for a guy who has been around for so many years in the public eye?
Right.
So he's able to go out and command a lot of money for these appearances that he makes. And it makes us all very happy because Tommy's one of the great guys of all time.
You know, Stu Nahan was on a little bit earlier
Yeah.
and said that how can you put a guy in the Hall of Fame when he was 0-4 in the majors as a pitcher?
Yeah, but look at his record as far as a manager is
That's
concerned.
true. That's true.
He's the greatest motivator that I've ever seen.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you see it right here, Jerry Vale, and he's going to perform as Tommy's request tonight. And I guess can't knock Tommy's taste at all, can we?
Well,
Pretty good.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You and the
that.
chairman are his two favorite singers.
Thank you. Well, it's nice to be in that category.
Listen, thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, last time I was here, we had Ruta Lee on, and we were talking about the Rat Pack, because she starred in The Three Sergeants or something like that. Now I have one of the members of the Brat Pack, Lorna Luft. You know, you are a spoiled Hollywood kid. You know that?
No, I was never that.
Oh, come on.
No, I was never that. No, I was never, ever, ever a spoiled Hollywood kid. We didn't live here that much. You know, I grew up here from the time I was,
Yeah.
you know, a little girl till I was 8, and then we moved to London, and then we
Right.
moved around a lot, but I didn't really grow up in Los Angeles.
You went to London, I remember, and now you came back, and now you're back in England again.
No, I'm sort of back in LA now.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Do you see Big Ben?
I mean, you're living in England.
No,
lately.
I mean, I was,
Yeah?
but now I've been back, yeah. It's nicer weather here.
See what I mean about being a brat? She's going to argue with me all during the interview.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna tell you when you're wrong.
Well, first of all, this is like Old Home Week. You walk through and see the pictures. These are like uncles of yours
Yes.
and godfathers of yours.
Yes.
And the characters here. I mean,
Yes.
that's the only person I know when you walk through and you see all these pictures, everyone says hello to you.